Abusuani komo awo channel so ase AGH Politics Avenue. Onia podcast secretary na make so make headlines na jembre na edibi eksomo oni dem ya hobraxe mu mester of say yonko political highways nim ejedem a onia enya asem koto akra na ni nyina ene se His Excellency John Romani Mahama ekuhia di diasporax awo UK na o kire se sisi ade o ma eye Chief Justice aye Auditors Court a onia obiala infractions etimi afa waso eye within SOEs no mas ene utrate enya asem goto akra na ene insawam ena wo sefata ye de obekọ se sika na ma refund nso a ye be ma refund ye bebo wura insam mu ni ahwe nsam a His Excellency John Romani Mahama edigu ho abra okopie mu ewo UK.
The Chief Justice has graciously set up audit courts. And so this time we're not just going to go to the Public Accounts Committee and say that this person misappropriated this and nothing happens. After the Public Accounts Committee has looked at it, the Attorney General and the Auditor General are going to take out all the people who have misappropriated, and we're putting them in front of those special courts to either refund our money or proceed to Nsawam and go and catch some rest there. And so as I wrap up, I can't not talk about environment. We still have a problem with illegal mining. Ghana was not called Gold Coast for nothing. Virtually everywhere in the country, if you dig, you find some gold. The only regions I think haven't found any gold are Volta region, OT, and a few other regions, and I tell them that they are blessed that there is no gold under their land. And so if you go to Volta region, the forests are still beautiful, you know, the rivers are clean, you know. And so we won't give up the fight. Communities have become used to relying on illegal mining for their incomes. And so we have been in discussion. It is about what they call formalization of mining. Other countries have had the same problem and they've been able to formalize their small-scale mining sector. Countries like Peru had the same problem as we had with people digging just everywhere. They managed to formalize it using exploration, using regulation. Now their geological survey is able to explore using some new satellite technology to be able to identify exactly where the gold is. And when that is identified and a lease is given, you have to do all the infrastructure work to prevent poisoning the waters or everything before you even put a shovel on the ground. And it has worked quite well for them. In our case, exploration is not done. They take a concession 20 kilometers square. They go to this corner of it, go and dig. Then they wash, they say, oh, BBN here. Then they go and dig here. Oh, there's nothing here. Then they go and dig here. It's like just shooting in the dark until they hit a vein. And then when they hit a vein, they just start digging and washing the water into the environment. And so our aim is to formalize, and that's why we set up the Gold Board. The Gold Board is not only to sell gold, it is also to invest in reclamation and also formalization of the small-scale gold mining sector. But in the meantime, we have the task force, which is called NIMOS, which goes around and confiscates these excavators. And now we're confiscating the Shamfan machines because that's the critical equipment that is used in illegal mining. Without the Shamfan machine, that whole mining operation will come to a stop. And so they were being exported into Ghana from outside, and we have identified the components that make the Shamfan machines. So at the port, we confiscate them and we destroy them so that they cannot use them in the illegal mining. We also are pushing for a greater participation in our resources. It is only natural. I mean, for many years, we have given out huge concessions to foreign companies. They come, they mine, after they finish, they just leave the scars of the mining with poor communities dotted around. And so we recently introduced what we call a sliding scale. The sliding scale goes from 5 to 12. And so if the price goes down to, let's use gold as an example, if the price goes down to say $2,000 or $2,300, the minimum royalty is 5%. But if the price goes up to about 4,500 thereabouts, the sliding scale pushes the royalties up to 12%. And so Ghana gets more from the royalty. So that's one of the changes we've made. But we're also passing a local content bill. That means that all the ancillary work and subcontracting in mining must be given to Ghanaian companies. For many years, we've had the University of Mines and Technology, and so Ghana has more than enough geologists, we have civil engineers, we have companies that are capable of doing all that subcontracting. Before, there used to be transfer pricing because the same company doing the mining will form a foreign subsidiary and award the contract to them to come and do the mining, and then they raise the prices of the subcontracting, and so they're making profit here and making profit there. And so we're saying that you do the mining, make your profit, but the subcontracting work, hauling, drilling, blasting, must be done by Ghanaian companies so that a component of the profit of mining remains locally in our country. So finally, defense and security. We live in a dangerous sub-region. You're all aware of what is happening in the Sahel. And they say that when your neighbor's house is burning, you don't only fetch water and put it by your house, but you also go and help him to quench his so that it won't spread to your house. And so that's what we've been doing. When I came as president, the relations between our 3 Sahelian neighbors and the rest of ECOWAS were very frozen. And so I took it on myself to try and create a bridge between ECOWAS and our 3 Sahelian neighbors. And I must say that they have responded positively, and we are trying to create a rapprochement between us because all of us need to join them in the fight against terrorism. Because if we don't, and the terrorists gain a strong foothold in their countries, the next direction in which they would look is towards us. But even as we do that, we also must strengthen our defense and security. We found our army in a very dilapidated state. At the time I left as president, we had bought 3 new Casa 295 aircrafts. When I came back, only one was working. One had crashed. The other one was supposed to go for service. It hadn't been sent for service. Happily, I made the finance minister deliberately the acting minister of defense. And so anytime the soldiers send their bills, he pays quickly because he's their acting minister. So he's paid to repair the second plane that was grounded. We had 4 helicopters, the MH17 helicopters. One of them crashed. When we came, only one was working and 2 needed servicing. He has paid to repair them and bring them back into service. We are providing the armed forces with armored personnel carriers, APCs they call them. Also the police service, we've not forgotten about them. Recently we gave them armored cars. We used to expect them to go and fight armed robbers. And they go and fight armed robbers, highway robbers, sometimes using AK-47s, in thin-skinned vehicles. I mean, that means vehicles that are not armored. And so we're losing a lot of police officers because the highway robbers shoot at them. And I mean, I think in 2024 we buried about 16 police officers. Some of them died in robberies. And so again, by the generosity of the Minister of Finance, he released some money and we bought them 40 armored vehicles. And you can already tell, because our roads have become safer, They do the patrols and they know that they are protected and that government thinks about them and their safety. And so they do more patrols, and we're getting a handle on those delinquents who want to prey on our people. And so that also is going well. In foreign policy, we're collaborating with all our partners. We are friends to all, enemies to none. And we have special relations with everybody, the United Kingdom, US, France, Germany, Russia, Ukraine, Iran, Israel. Everybody is our friend. All we do is to tell them to stop fighting. The fighting is okay. Stop fighting so that we can build prosperity for this world. And so I want to leave it there, and thank you very much for your kind attention.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana. Thank you so much, Mr. President, for bringing us up to speed on the wonderful happenings in our country. Ladies and gentlemen, what a wonderful communicator we've got for a president. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with me? Let's give him another round of applause then. One may ask, why do I say that? I say that because he put his speech aside and he still gave us the numbers solid, back to back, off the top of his head. What more could you ask for? Thank you very much, Your Excellency. He also did say it's a good time to be proud to be a Ghanaian. I certainly agree with him. If you're proud to be a Ghanaian today, just shout, Ghana to the world! Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We'll now proceed to the Q&A session. Our President and his able ministers are all ears to listen to you and to answer your questions as well. As we engage, may I kindly remind everyone of the following. Please keep your contributions as brief, respectful, and it's also going to be limited to one question per person. If you go on for too long, unfortunately, I'll have to use my host privileges and cut you off. We also encourage everyone to focus on issues of national importance, and avoid matters already being dealt with through diplomatic channels and institutional channels as well. We've got the privilege of having the President here, so let's not waste that opportunity by talking about issues that the Ghana High Commission can handle for you, for instance. We've got some ushers in the crowd with microphones. Can I see where the ushers are? Okay, should we start then? We'll start from my left-hand side. Yes, if you just hand that over to the gentleman next to you, yeah. We'll take 4 questions for every round, ladies and gentlemen. Please state your name before you ask your question as well, and if you're representing an organization, please feel free to mention that organization as well. Your microphone is not working. Should we move on to the next one while you get that sorted? Okay, can we please move to the middle? Yes, please.
Hello, Your Excellency, Ministers of State, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Elijah Timob. I am East London Branch Chairman. I have one simple question for our President. You have stated not once, not twice, but several times how we in the diaspora contribute heavily to the economy of Ghana, almost to the tune of $8 billion annually. I think that is a very significant 17th region to be largely ignored. Don't you agree? From
Please,
East London.
the question.
Yes.
Else I'm going to have to use my host privileges to cut you off. The question.
My question is,
Yes.
we understand that not everybody can be satisfied. And so we want to be part of the solution. And so in East London, we have come up with a proposal to help create jobs as part of the 24-hour economy.
Okay,
And
let's come to your question, sir, please.
Yes, so my question is,
Respectfully.
who would be the right person that we would send that proposal to? Because
Okay.
we send things and they just disappear.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
View will be. With accountability, a lot of work is going on. We have about 36 active investigations, and we believe that if you serve in government, you must be prepared to be accountable, because the people put trust in you and give you that mandate to serve, and you serve at the will of the people. And so if you serve and you use public office and abuse the trust of the people, you must be held to account. And I have said that we must stop post-regime accountability. Often when things happen under one government, no investigations are done, government is reluctant to prosecute anybody. It takes the next government that comes to take the cases up and begin any prosecutions. And so I've told my people serving in government that the same accountability we're holding the past regime to. If you get involved in an abuse of trust of your office, we will deal with you in the same way. And Mayor in Tree, we say, Aba yedibotechi, no yedibeboba. Yes. It reminds me of our President Rawlings of late, blessed memory. He said, Aba yedibotechi edaho. And so we're putting in place the structures, and the point is to do as much as possible to prevent corruption. And now technology allows us to be able to do that. The former digital budgetary platform we're using, which is the GIFMIS, is no longer fit for purpose, so we are upgrading it. That will allow us to see in real time how Ghana's money is being spent. And because we're using blockchain technology, if you go in and you put anything there, you can't go back and change it. And so if you put in a fictitious invoice, we will find you out, because once it goes in and it is queried, we'll come back and arrest you. At the port, we've introduced AI to help our customs officers do the evaluation. And so far it's working very well. Ato is a very happy man, because every day he gets the notification on his phone how much money the AI has saved him in terms of revenue leakages, and he sleeps well at night. You know, sometimes he forwards it to me when it's a record high. He says, President, look how much the AI saved us today. You know, so we're doing that. We're setting up audit courts. Every year you hear the Auditor General's report. Ghana lost 12 billion CDs from misappropriations and things.
We ain't some who team course or channel so, Mam and I was so Jim Ray, that's an so bad in the Adumbi Adunia, Yabesen Asia.